morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you. Welcome to the Full 100. Today is Thursday the 18th, and I'm on a warpath today, people. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I am on a warpath. Today's show is about tough love, because I just got to say some things, okay? So I'm not going to waste any time. Let's get to it. Guys, I want to start with what I've noticed that's going around now, okay? Yesterday, a dear friend of mine sent me a text to not a text, sorry, a video to look into some allegations about Black Lives Matter. I looked into it, and basically the video was saying how the crux of it was basically they're set up for gay and lesbians and to further the gay lesbian agenda. So I said, okay, why do you think the person who put this out put it out? One thing I did say was, watch, this is the first I'm getting. I bet you I'll see a few more of these. It looks like now Black Lives Matter is now the new target. Within 2 hours of saying that to my friend, another friend sends me stuff. This time is about the finances, where the money goes to. And I'm not referring to those two in particular, because to be fair to them, they sent it to me to have a look at and to verify. So I get that. However, I'm worried that when it got to them, and when it gets to anybody else, that you don't stop to ask yourself, why are they talking about Black Lives Matter? Why is Black Lives Matter the new target? No one stops to ask themselves. So this morning, the reason I wasn't even going to do a video about this today. I had something else lined up for today. But this morning I got another an interview done with a very well-known entertainer. And I saw this video this morning. This morning. And he's spewing stuff he knows nothing about. It's to me, it's diabolical. Right now, I'm done with being nice. I'm gonna name and shame black people who are trying to split the base, because you lot are too stupid, to understand that this thing started with Obama. Let me tell you how this thing went, Obama's first term, it was all hype. Even the racists were so stunned they didn't know what to do, okay? And that was the whole mission. Let's make Obama a one-term president, They didn't succeed at that. He won another election. You see, from there on, 2012 until 2016, the KKK within the police force, this is not a conspiracy, because I'm not saying I know, but my suspicion is that the KKK and those dark forces that hate to see black man get ahead, that hate the fact that a black face, when you will see Obama at the UN, okay, and he'll be with his two right-hand people are black. You would think, to them, they think, is our country a black country now? Look, the 3 representatives of the United States are black. These are the things that was chewing them up. And I guarantee you, in Obama's second term, what they did was they killed, the police turned up the killing on black people. Why are you that stupid that you cannot see that when Obama came in, he was all good? By the time he was leaving, you lot hated him. Do you know why you hated him? Because of the propaganda that you lot shared amongst yourselves, and you weren't paying attention to the outside world. Like I keep saying on there, it's only the blacks who hate Obama. White people don't hate Obama unless you're racist. White people in America right now will give their right arm to have Obama back. Okay? They're done with Obama. Trump gets in. He dismantles all of the stuff that you say Obama never did. He dismantles them all. And I'll show you the video in a sec. Then Oprah looks like they were talking about Oprah running for president. All of a sudden, Oprah gets you lot hate Oprah. Let's go to the recent stuff. Bill Gates, they're already screwed with. As soon as they see Bill Gates, you see, they don't like millionaires that help people out. As soon as they saw Bill Gates and what he was on, boom, they hated him. They made you lot hate him even more. Then Dr. Fauci, just most recently, Dr. Fauci starts to get believed more than Trump. A poll goes up to show 77% believe Fauci over 21 or 22% for Trump. When then fake news started to come out, this is in the thick of the crisis. I say to people, can't you see what they're doing? They're trying to, the one person that you should be encouraging your country to believe, the scientists, you're discouraging them from listening to him. They battered him with fake news, but it didn't stick because the guy had a sterling reputation. So now we go into a new crisis where the only entity that we across the world as black people, whether you're in Africa or Jamaica or Canada, you can get behind. There's only one entity we can all get behind, and that's Black Lives Matter. And you don't stop to think to yourself, wow, whoa, hold on a second. Why are they telling me this now? You know the example I gave to a friend the other day? I said to a friend, look, this is like, I'm in hospital. I'm waiting for an open heart surgery. I'm in the best hospital in the world. I've got the best surgeon, about to operate on me. And some lady comes up and whispers in my ear, oh, did you know that doctor cheats on his wife? Did you know that doctor has got loads of girlfriends? Do you know he goes to strip clubs all the time? You know what I'll ask that woman? I'll say to my pal, I'll ask her, is he a good surgeon? That would be my question, because what the hell has all that got to do with why I'm here with this person, why I'm supporting or why I'm giving myself to this surgeon to open me up and treat me? Why am I here? Am I here because of his girlfriends? When you get these about Black Lives Matter, ask yourself two questions. One, who is likely to have generated this text? Because I know none of you didn't sit down and generate. None of you are going to sit down and look on Black Lives Matter's account, but you don't know how to. Who? Is it likely to be someone on our side? Or is it likely to be someone on the other side? Okay? Because I can't see any black supporter of Black Lives Matter sitting down and generating these things. It's more likely to be your enemies. Second question I want you to ask yourself, what does it matter? Does that take away from the mission? As in, okay, so they're a charity, they're set up as charity, money, okay, so they're set up as gay as them. Who's better at what they, who else do I have? If you can answer that you have, your answer is, well, it must be someone on the other side, and then your second answer is, well, who else do I have if I stop supporting them for the same cause that I want? If your two answers, if you can answer those two questions, then you know where to proceed with that. So let me show you guys who's really pulling your string. I was talking about the Soros who's pulling this. Soros did not set up Black Lives Matter.
Watch this story. An active duty Air Force sergeant has been charged now with murder and attempted murder in the shooting death of a federal security officer outside a courthouse in Oakland, California last month. The FBI says that Stephen Kurilla used protests there as cover to attack law enforcement. And this is key. He is linked to the extremist anti-government Boogaloo movement. This is a right-wing group, wants to start a civil war in this country. CNN's Drew Griffin, he joins us now with more. And Drew, as you've seen, the president, the attorney general, have tried to place all blame for violence in the protests on left-wing groups, Antifa, etc. How do you describe the people behind this killing of law enforcement officers?
Well, I can describe this person, Jim, and this is disturbing on so many levels. As you say, this guy is in the Air Force, a staff sergeant. His job to protect Air Force planes in very dangerous places, Kuwait, Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria. But they say on May 29th, while protests were going on in Oakland, Steve Carrillo, 32-year-old father of two, drove into Oakland with an accomplice in a van, plotted, and then drove by and killed a security guard at the Oakland Federal Courthouse, wounded another one, and then 8 days later, shot and killed a Santa Cruz sheriff's deputy who was coming to arrest him. Jim, this was all done with a homemade ghost gun. This is a gun with no serial numbers, described as a machine gun. And when they finally did make the arrests, according to the indictment, they found on his social postings messages that were connected to this Boogaloo movement. He had a patch on his clothing that identified with the Boogaloo movement, which, and as you said, Allison, as Jim said, they are calling for civil unrest, a civil war, or they're preparing for one, just unclear against whom. Allison?
And as you guys seem to hate the same people that the Nazis hate. They hate Obama, you guys hate Obama. They hate Oprah, you guys hate Oprah. They hate Fauci, you guys hate Fauci. They hate Bill Gates, you guys hate Bill Gates. Now they're hating on Black Lives Matter, you guys are now hating on Black Lives Matter. You see what I mean? You're on the same size as them. George Soros helped the gay marriage situation you're seeing now. All the court fights all the court battles that they had. George Soros helps with all that. He's just a guy that likes to help the underdog, which is why the right wing hate him, because a sergeant in the Air Force. A sergeant in the Air Force. Do you know why he came out to kill those policemen? White men that look like him. So you, my friend, can get blamed. You want to know who's pulling your puppet strings? Yeah? It's Trump. The first time you heard Antifa was out Trump's mouth. The reason Trump says Antifa is because he's trying to divert. Yeah, he's trying to make them terrorists. He's trying to make them all that. When his right-wing nuts come out with the AR-15s, they're good guys. Yeah, we come out no arms. We come out to protest something so brutal, and he wants to label them terrorists. And then you, like an idiot black guy, want to stand there, got a platform that people listen to you, people respect you, and you want to stand there and spew the same stuff that comes out of Trump's mouth, and you want to talk about Soros is pulling your strings. Right now, I'd rather you stay home and shut the hell up than come out and do any kind of filming, then share any kind of video. Let the young people take the fight. Where they're doing what we can do, let the young people do that. Yeah, you between 40 and 60 platforms, you got music. None of you, I don't see no MC saying, oh, support those who are going out there, guys, make sure you keep up the fight. I don't see no MC doing that. I don't see no DJs taking a minute to say thank you to those. It's like it's not your fight. The only contribution you make is fake stupid stuff. I'm tired of that. Take a look at this.
Order encouraging modest police reforms.
Without police, there is chaos. Without law, there is anarchy. And without safety, there is catastrophe.
This executive order will not deliver meaningful change and accountability in our nation's police departments that Americans are demanding.
Okay? That's the watered down stuff. And the only reason he's doing it is because the election's coming, is because his own side, the Republicans, are putting out. You know what the Republicans put out? All right, we'll stop lynching. Lynching. I never even knew lynching was still going on. Yeah, they're offering. That's their offer. We'll incentivize the police. You know, if you behave well, we'll give you money. If you don't behave well, we'll hold money back from you. The Democrats want laws. I want laws, and I've put my laws out there, and I'm going to show you a couple of my laws. Instead of using your time to think up solutions, your hair saying, "Oh, we're confused." You know, I've heard so many things. You know, George Soros. You know, they're putting. Take a look at this.
Republicans are gearing up for a clash on Capitol Hill over competing police reform proposals. In a couple of hours, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and Senator Tim Scott will unveil the Republicans' bill aimed at incentivizing states to take action rather than requiring it. Joining us now, Chief Ramsey, if I could begin with you. I mean, the essential difference between the Republican approach here and frankly, the president's and the Democrats' approach is whether you require changes like a ban on chokeholds, or you incentivize it. The Republican plan is basically saying, listen, if you don't make these changes, we're not going to give you some money, some federal money. You ran 2 police departments. Does that work nationally to incentivize rather than require changes like this?
Not really, no. They do need to tie funding to these changes, but they need to mandate changes. There need to be national standards, in my opinion. This is weak. What I saw earlier today when you presented it's weak. There's no teeth to it at all. I hope what they do now is maybe work with Democrats and come up with something that does have some teeth, because right now, this is not a time for just incentivizing or just kind of, encouraging. We actually need real change. The other thing, yesterday, the president mentioned that President Obama did nothing around police reform. That's just flat out not true. You had collaborative reform. I co-chaired the president's task force on 21st century policing. We issued a report. I mean, when the administration took over, they actually got rid of all that stuff. And so we need serious conversation that can lead to serious results. And right now, I don't see it.
Welcome back, guys. Now, you see what I mean about Obama. There's a lot of stuff you guys don't even know. You just run with what the right wing say. You don't drill into it. You don't even stop to ask yourselves. Listen, take a look at what I'm doing with my time.
What you mean. So I've just had an email in and I was reading it before I managed to lose you all. But let me start again. So prisoners need the vote. It's time to think outside of the box. When politicians need to campaign for prisoners' votes, it'll get them finding and searching for a better way for criminal justice and aftercare. Now, that was phase 1. That was the first part of the question. So what are your thoughts on that? Any of you? Go. Love to hear from you. Judith.
Well, I think it's really important to get people's feedback. So, I think it is important to allow people that are in prison to have a voice. And I think it's hearing everybody and learning from that experience, not just the negative stuff, but the positive stuff too.
What about you, Marvin?
Yeah, I think
the second part of this question, or the email that came in, secondly, to address the very lopsided numbers of minorities in prisons, we need to start trying blacks with minority jurors. No white defendant will ever face an all-minority jury, and so we should try something new. Is that true? Do you know that's true, Marvin?
no, I don't know if that's fully true, so I don't really want to comment on that completely.
Yeah. Do you have any knowledge on that, Judith? Because I certainly don't.
My understanding of the judicial system is that they try and put a jury together that is as diverse as possible.
Right. Okay.
And it isn't just about colour.
Western nations keep saying they have no solution to this issue. When we wanted to protect elephants, we found the laws to do so. Tigers, we found the laws to do so. But for some reason, we can't find the laws to protect the black man. Please, Boris Johnson, a race offenders register deals with your local, on the street, on the bus, on the train racism. When people understand that this register has teeth and has bite, it will change attitudes. It will change their attitude, it will change the newspapers' attitudes and the rest of. Yes, welcome back. Yes, I have an agenda. My agenda is to cure the illness of racism. What is your agenda? What is your purpose right now? Those of you between 40 and 60, you're more active. Not just so you're not supporting them, not just so you're not going out there, more, even worse than that, you're sitting on your sofas, you're sitting in your beds, yeah, and sharing fake stuff and trying to weaken the foundation of what we're building. What do you think will happen if your rumor takes hold? What do you think happens? Last week Saturday, I was out there. Yeah, you just saw my clips. Yeah, twice I've tried to put my stuff on air. I've got 5-point plan. Go back to my videos and you see that. So far, I've put all 5 on different platforms, and these last 2 you just saw. One when that first video that I shot outside of Downing Street, I put all 5 on that. The ABC cut it just to the one, the race offenders register. Yesterday I was listening to a radio show. Put my questions forward 2 days ago. You saw the answer to that on Marlow FM. Okay, I'm trying to come up with ideas. I've come up with 5 solid ideas that I think can cure this, not just this generation, but my son's grandson. Their generation can live freely. Instead of you idiots spending time and finding what you can do for the cause, you're there breaking up the cause and doing the neo-Nazis' job for them. You lot should be ashamed of yourselves, guys. This is who set up Black Lives Matter.
Why is Black Lives Matter important for the U.S. right now and in the world?
Black Lives Matter is our call to action. It is a tool to reimagine a world where Black people are free to exist, free to live. It is a tool for our allies to show up differently for us. I grew up in a neighborhood that was heavily policed. I witnessed my brothers and my siblings continuously stopped and frisked by law enforcement. I remember my home being raided. And one of the questions as a child I had was why? Why us? Black Lives Matter offers answers to the why. It offers a new vision for young Black girls around the world that we deserve to be fought for. That we deserve to call on local governments to show up for us.
And anti-Black racism is not only happening in the United States, it's actually happening all across the globe. And what we need now, more than ever, is a human rights movement that challenges systemic racism in every single context.
Yeah, welcome back. I heard you say, before you do a placard, make sure you know your stuff. That's a joke, isn't it? Bruv, before you talk on camera, know your bloody stuff. Yeah? Before you talk on camera, think twice. Think about the impact of your words. Yeah? Because you lot made me flipping angry today, right? Those of you who've never donated, don't talk about not sending no money to Black Lives, because you never paid or donated or contributed to your family member's funeral. Many of you didn't. 95% of you have never donated to nothing in your lives. So now finances of Black Lives Matter come out. You want to be talking about, I'm not donating, I don't know where my money's going. You was never going to donate stuff. So stop it. Stand on the sidelines and watch the rest of us try and get a solution that will help you and yours. Have a good day, people, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye now.